Okay, so in this video, we're going to have a look at dot plots and stem and leaf plots. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to do these three things: read and construct dot plots, read and construct stem and leaf plots, read and construct back-to-back stem and leaf plots. So first one, dot plots. A dot plot is a graph in which each dot represents one score. Here's an example. This dot plot represents the number of goals scored in the games a soccer team played. So it's very important to remember or to identify what does each dot represent. Okay, so here, each dot represents one game. So in this game, the team scored 1 goal. In this game, the team scored 3 goals. In this game, the team scored 4 goals. So how many times were 2 goals scored? 4 times, or in 4 games. In how many games did the team score at least 3 goals? At least means 3 or more. 4 games. How many games did the team play? 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. How many goals were scored altogether? Well, here we have 2 games in which they scored 1 goal each, so that's 2 goals. Here we have 4 games in which they scored 2 goals each, so that's 8 goals. Here there's 3 games where they scored 3 goals each, that's 9 goals. And here we have 1 game where they scored 4 goals, so that's 4 goals. So altogether, the number of goals scored was 2 plus 8, which is 10, plus 9 is 19, plus 4 is 23. A student records the following wait times in minutes for his school bus over 4 school weeks. Construct a dot plot with the data below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the data. Identify the smallest number, which here is 2, and the largest number is 8. So I'm going to go all the way from 2 to 8. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. How many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 3's? 1, 2. How many 4's? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many 5's? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many 6's? 1. How many 7's? 1, 2. And how many 8's? 1, 2. And that's it. Make sure you line up your dots evenly with all the other columns. Question B. A number of families were surveyed to find out the number of children in each. The results are shown in this dot plot. What does each dot represent? Each dot represents one family. So in this family, there are no kids. In this family, there are 2 kids. In this family, there is 1 child. How many families were surveyed? 1 plus 5, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 1, 11. What was the most common number of children in family? 1. Okay, there were 5 families with 1 kid. How many children were there in total? Well, this family had no kids. These 5 families have 1 kid each, so that's 5 in total. These 4 families have 2 kids each, so that's 8. This one family has 3 kids. 0 plus 5 is 5, plus 8, 13, plus 3, 16. There are 16 kids in total. This dot plot shows the number of strokes a golfer played each hole in his round of golf. So what does each dot represent? Each dot represents one hole. So, in this hole, the golfer took 4 strokes. In this hole, the golfer took 5 strokes to get the ball in. This hole took 7. How many holes did he play? 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. How many strokes did he play in the round? Well, 2 holes at 3 strokes each, 6 strokes. 2 times 3 is 6. 4 times 4, 16. 2 times 5, 10. 1 times 7, 7. Let's add all these numbers together. 6 plus 16 plus 10 plus 7, 39. Describe his round of golf. If we were to draw this curve, what does that look like? The tail is pointing towards the positive numbers, so it is positively skewed. Question D. The number of hours spent watching TV on the weekend is shown below. Construct a dot plot. I'm going to leave this one to you. I'm pretty sure you know how to do this by now. The second thing for this lesson is stem and leaf plots. A stem and leaf plot is a table that lists numbers in order grouped in rows. Here's an example. So what this means is that this number here is actually 11. This number here is actually 27. 2 and then 7. This number here is 42. This stem and leaf plot represents the number of marks students got in a class test out of 50. What was the lowest mark? Well, we can see the lowest mark is 10. The highest mark? 49. How many students are there in this class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many students got at least 25 marks? At least means 25 or more. So none of these people did, and this one didn't. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people, 6 students got at least 25 marks. Please note, the numbers in the stem and leaf columns must be in order. If they're not, you will need to rearrange them. So you can see here, we have 0 first, then 1, then 1, then 5. It has to be in order, in ascending order. Organize the following data into an ordered stem and leaf plot. So again, I'm going to ask myself, what's the smallest score I see? The smallest number I see is 15. What's the largest? It looks like it's 52. So I'm going to start my stem and leaf plot. Stem, leaf. And I'm going to go from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know the smallest one is 15, so I'm going to write my 5 there to represent 15. There's another 15. That's it in the teens. 20 is the next smallest. Then 21. Then 22, 24, 25, 22, 24, 25, and there's 2 26s. 6 and 6. The next smallest is 31. And then we have 2 37s. And then a 38. We then have a 46. And the last one, 52. Have a go with B yourselves. Question 3. Back-to-back stem and leaf plots. Back-to-back stem and leaf plots are used to compare two groups of data. Here's an example. Boys and girls. So we're comparing the marks of the boys and the girls. If you can see here, the stem is in the middle, and then there are two leaf columns. Okay. Like I said, these all have to be in order. On the left-hand side of the stem, though, the order continues but outwards. Okay, so just remember, always go from smallest from the inside to the largest outside. Okay, well, 61 is smaller than 64, which is the same as 64, which is less than 66, which is less than 67. So smallest, closest to the stem, out to the largest. What was the lowest mark for the girls? 45. What was the highest mark for the boys? 91. Okay, not 19, 91. What was the lowest mark altogether? Altogether, the lowest mark is 39. What was the highest mark altogether? 91. How many girls' marks were recorded? 1 plus 4 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 14. Plus another 9, 23. Plus 4 is 27. How many boys' marks were recorded? 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Plus 5 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. 19, 20, 21, 22. Therefore, how many marks were recorded altogether? 49. 27 plus 22. How many students scored at least 75%? At least 75% means 75 or more. So that's these ones. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many students scored lower than 50%? Let's highlight them. Just 4. 4 students scored lower than 50%. Okay, so let's construct an ordered back-to-back stem and leaf plot. What's the smallest number you see here? Out of all of the numbers, I see 17 as the smallest. The largest I see is 58. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have employee 1, my stem, and employee 2. I'm going to go from 1 to 5. I'm going to fill this out. Now I find employee 2 because it's on the right hand side of the stem, easier to complete. So I'm going to do that one first. 7, 7. We've got a 20, so that's 0. We have a 28 and 29, so 8 and 9. 30s, we have 0, 2, 2, 7 and 7. 40s, we have 0, 5, 0, 5, 6, 8, 9. 0, 5, 6, 8, 9. And employee 1s are recorded here. That's all I have for the rest of this video. I don't have enough time. Can I get you to work on this one yourselves? And complete exercise 7C, question 1 to 7 for homework, or for the rest of this lesson as well. That's it for this video.